One, two, one, two, three.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. It is Sunday, and I figured I'd spend the day filming a couple YouTube videos that I can put up over the next several days. So today's video is going to be kind of fun. This is something that I do to sort of like remember and archive all of these shows that I've done. So I figured I'd share that with you. It's my memory book. It's sort of like a scrapbook memory book that I put together. So I'm going to show that with you and sort of show you all the things that I keep from every show. But before we get into it, please don't forget to subscribe because it'll really support my channel. And I will go ahead and we will get started on showing you my memory book. Okay, so here we have my memory book. This is just a scrapbook. I actually found it at my old house. My mom used to do a lot of scrapbooking, and this was just an empty one that I found several years ago that you can just tape things into. So that's why I picked this one. I also love that it's red. I think it's really fun and simple. And I wrote on this a couple years ago, the best thing about memories is making them. And then I have my name down here. The front is just some stuff that I've had, pictures that I love. These are pictures of my mom and my dad, me and my mom, just things that I want to remember from like childhood. This is dance school, our trip to Hawaii. These are stuff from high school, you know, just things that I wanted to keep. These are, this was prom, different little things, college. My sister wrote me a letter, or friends wrote me letters when I went to college. Just like some fun stuff. This was all stuff from college. This was when I went and I auditioned for So You Think You Can Dance. Just some other stuff. This was from Plays in the Park. This was from college graduation, my 21st birthday. And then we get into, this is what I really wanted to show you guys. So we get into the shows that I've done. So I go show by show. The first show that I did was West Side Story and Staten Island. And here we have letters from Staten Island and West Side Story. So if you guys don't know, it's very common when you open and close a show, especially regional theater, you get opening night cards and closing night cards from your castmates and directors and crew. So these are all just different notes that I got from the producers at the Fulton and West Side Story. And I love, you know, like it's a shark attack because I was a shark. We've got West Side Story themed cards. I love looking back at these. It reminds me of all the people that I worked with. I also like to keep the tickets, and this was a button from the Fulton that we got for opening night party. So that is for my first two shows, West Side Story and the producers. Oh, this is Christmas cards, more Christmas cards, birthday cards, more birthday cards. So the next show that I did was Gypsy. This was also at Harbor Lights Theater Company. I like to keep the playbills as well. So this is our playbill. One of the castmates gave us a little Chinese food carton because there's the song Have an Egg Roll. This is from Lisa and Lamb, who are our choreographers. Some more notes from cast members. The next show that I did was Rent at Harbor Lights as well. My sister is so cute and she drew me this opening night card. This is our playbill and our like advertising. It came with this cool Rent sort of dog chain that we got when we opened. And then this was a beautiful note. Rent has a really extraordinary following. And this girl who came to see the show wrote me a letter about my character and how grateful she was for the show. And it's like helped her in her life. And that's, you know, that's why we do what we do. I love hearing people's stories of how shows have changed their lives. So it's just really spectacular. This was a note from one of my castmates as well. And then I like to, on my first tour, I used to keep the airline tickets. So these are airline tickets from when I did the national tour of ELF, the non-union tour of ELF. This was my card for my name at all my wardrobe stations. When you're on tour, you get to make signs in which you can sign the wall at each theater that you play. So this was the sketch. I used to do all of that. And I collected postcards from every city that we played because it was a short tour. This was my costume fitting. Again, more airline tickets. And then it's funny, as you get more experience, you tend to collect less and less. This was my first tour, so I collected postcards from every single place that we played. So we've got San Francisco. We went to a vineyard in Napa, Santa Monica, Malibu, California, Vegas, Atlanta. This was a party in Dallas when we played Dallas Summer Musicals. Texas. We had Secret Santa. I went to see where JFK was assassinated. We did Secret Santa questionnaire. We went to St. Louis. We went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Ohio. Just so much fun. Oh, our young boys who were in the cast did sort of like awards, and I got the most likely to have a Tappy Feet award. We played Cleveland, and then these were all of our closing letters from the show, which are so much fun to go back and look. We went to Vegas. My friends flew out and came to see us in Vegas. That's my roommate from tour. My family came out to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is actually in the middle of it. I kind of threw it in because I found it. This was from college. This is sort of our fake playbill because we did the Mystery of Edwin Drood in college. From college. These are just some random pictures that I found that I wanted to throw in. This was a performance cabaret that we did to raise money for Harbor Lights Theater Company. That's a picture from college. And then next we go into, I did Funny Girl at North Shore. And this was our playbill featuring Shoshana Bean. She's so amazing. She gave us this cute little mirror that says "Hello Gorgeous" because her character says that all the time. A bunch of opening night cards from Funny Girl. Again, these are more pictures from Funny Girl. I love these. You know, people are really sentimental about when they give cards and they write cards, which I think is so special, and it's something that I always want to remember. I never ever throw out cards because I love to look back and remember all the people that I've worked with. The next, I did Crazy for You at Merry-Go-Round Playhouse. We had cute little buttons made. This was on my station, my dressing station. Again, all opening night cards. More opening night cards. Then I did the Producers at Paper Mill Playhouse. Again, that was my name tag at my dressing station. We got a picture from Susan Stroman saying happy opening. These are all different happy openings. More cards. Again, this is something that I really love about our theater community is that we take the time to write cards and tell everybody how special they are and how much we love working with them. So this was the Producers, so much fun. The next show that I did was Beauty and the Beast at Algonquit, up in Maine. I loved this show. I loved this cast. Again, we've got cute little Beauty and the Beast buttons. Disney shows are always so much fun because you've got all the little kids coming and they just look at you in awe. This is from a newspaper clipping. Again, more opening night cards. I love that people give us buttons. Those are so much fun. This was actually one of our playbills, but I put it in a frame. So this was my Equity off-Broadway debut. It's a show called Attack of the Elvis Impersonators. So this one's really special to me, and I wanted to really archive it. So I have tickets, I have press things, I have our playbill, which is for Pride Month. I have cards from the show. Again, all these sort of different cards. This cast is really special, so I really wanted to remember. I mean, every cast I work with is special, but I really wanted to remember. We've got tickets, so much fun. Then I did Elf again. So this was the Equity tour of Elf, and we played Madison Square Garden. So you can see I collected a bunch of the playbills that we played. This was my name tag for my dressing station. Fun fact about this production, the actor that played Santa was George Wendt, and if you don't know who George Wendt is, you're very young. He played Norm on Cheers. So when we played Boston, we went to the bar where he played Norm. We've got Cheers stickers, backstage pass. Also, for those of you who don't know, when you tour, you always have a backstage pass to get into each location that you play. Elf is really fun because it's a holiday show, so we've got all these different holiday themed notes and stuff like that. Oh, empty page. I gotta put something there. The next show that I did was Will Rogers Follies at Goodspeed. Goodspeed is so amazing. I love it up there. This was our playbill, and they design all their costumes from scratch, which I think is amazing. And you get to see all of the sort of like artwork inspiring it. And I was lucky to grab a copy of some of those. So this was also the first time that I went on for a understudy as the lead, so I kept that little insert. This is a ticket from the show. This was a big poster, different opening night stuff. Kelly Barclay, she always gave us words that we would use, and you put them in their angel cards, and you would use that word for your performance that day, which I really, really loved. I got the a little bow because we were showgirls. This is one of our feathers. It's just so much fun. Again, this is another like drawing inspiration of what our costumes were going to look like. Will Rogers button, more closing cards, just so much fun. I threw this in here because I had the best time and I wanted to remember it. This is when we went to the Warner Brothers studio tour in London to see the Harry Potter set. So this was so much fun. I actually took these out and I put them on my Harry Potter shelf, so I have to fill that back in. And then we're coming to the last show that I did, which was Cats. This was my first time doing a first national tour of a show as a named character Broadway tour. So this is the playbill when we played the Hollywood Pantages Theater in California. The good thing about this tour that I really, really loved, that was really special to me, is I got to play all of the big houses all around the country. So Hollywood Pantages, Atlanta, the Fox in Atlanta, the Kennedy Center in DC. You know, as a performer, I feel like if you're going on tour, those are bucket list theaters. So that was really special. These are all opening night cards. Again, it's all cat eye themed. Another thing about Cats is they have a huge fan following. So we had all of these amazing artists give us personalized fan art based on our Instagram pictures, which is crazy. We rehearsed at New 42 opening night. When we were in California, I actually made it onto The Price is Right, the television show, and I almost won, which was crazy. So this was when we went to The Price is Right. Again, look at that fan art, just amazing. I have some more of it up on my wall, more pictures, more cards. This was my tag for my dressing station, more cards as people left. Look at that fan art. Isn't that spectacular? Just crazy. We did 300 performances. I think I made it to 400 and something performances. I didn't get to 500, which is awesome. More fan art. Like, look at that. Like, that's my face, which is crazy. Kitty Cat Chats with Jelly and Jenny. This was my backstage pass, the Kennedy Center pass, more fan art, my Happy Trails letter. And so that's sort of where we are. I have a couple of pages left. Oh, that's my dad and my mom. I've got a couple of pages left, and I was going to probably finish it out with I booked 42nd Street, the musical, and I was supposed to do that in 2020, but that fell through because of COVID. Yeah, so that's sort of my memory book. I started doing that so long ago, mostly because I would put stuff on my walls, and then I didn't want to damage the paint when I repainted my room at my old house. So I wanted to have a place that wasn't sort of, I do have my mix books, which I can probably do a whole YouTube video about Mixbook. I love that company, and I would actually love to be sponsored by them because I use Mixbook all the time. But I wanted a thing where I could make the scrapbook, and keep all of the items that I received from all of my different castmates. It's really special to look back, we think about booking, we think about getting the job, we think about performing, but nobody really knows, unless you're in the theater world, how special it is, and the friends you make and the family you make. And I love to go back and look at the little notes that I got from certain cast members. And you do so many shows, and sometimes you forget who you've worked with. There's 30 people to a cast and crew, and it's crazy. So I really love looking back at that. I have that on the top of my bookshelf, and when I'm feeling sad about theater, or I'm missing theater, or if I'm feeling defeated because I'm not getting callbacks when it was audition season, I would always go back and look at that and remember how lucky I was to have those memories. And I feel like we're so stuck on our phones, and we just have pictures on our phones, and we never get to look at them really. I feel like back in the day, it was just my parents, but we have tons of printed out photo books and all that kind of stuff. And I love being able to look back at that as an adult and to see that my parents made an effort to take pictures that's just not Instagram, I wonder what it's going to be like when a baby that's born now looks at, well, how did you take pictures? Oh, well, we put it on Instagram. It's a little different and less personal, in my opinion, than a physical book that you can look at, which is why I also make my mix books, which maybe I'll do a different video on my mix books. But yeah, so that's my theater memory book, or my musical theater memory book, where I keep all of the stuff from my shows. I thought I'd share it with you because I think it's something that not everybody does. And maybe if you are a theater actor and you want to go, like, going forward, start collecting that kind of stuff, I think it's really special and it means a lot to me. So I figured I'd share it with you guys. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions about anything, any of the shows that I've done, about where I got the book, I think you can get stuff like that at Michael's. Yeah, drop a comment below. Again, before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe because it'll really support my channel. We're almost at 400 subscribers, which is crazy, you guys. Like, I know that in the grand scheme of YouTube, 400 is not a lot, but it really means a lot to me that you guys are here and you're subscribing and you're watching my videos. If there's anything specific that you want to see, again, drop a comment below. I'm going to try to do more tap dance videos, I promise. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you in the next one.